right, g'day guys. Welcome back to another episode of Flashlight Crazy. Today I'm going to do a bit of a comparison video. We've got here two Surefires. One of them is the EDCL1 down below, and the other is the EDCL2. Let's check them out. Okay, so I've also got here a couple of weapon-mounted bodies. So this one for the EDCL1, this one for the 2. Only difference between these two, apart from the length and the fact that the short one takes 1 battery, the long one takes 2, is that this tail cap here is a 6-volt tail cap. This tail cap is a 3-volt tail cap. Therefore, the 3-volt tail cap is going to be for one 3-volt 123A, and the 6-volt is going to be for two 3-volt 123As. Now, taking a look at these two. So great lights, these two. Really like them. First and foremost, the lenses are both TIR lenses. So total internal reflection, they're going to give you a nice designated hotspot, but it is going to give you a lot of light surrounding that hotspot as well. The L2 is a bit more of a mixed beam than the L1. And the L2 is also a more neutral white, whereas the L1 is more of a cool white. Now, both of these lights have a low and high. So both of their low is 5 lumens, but the high on the L1 is 500 lumens. The high on the L2 is 1200 lumens. And as you can see there is a bit of a color difference. That's a better shot. So the L2 has much more of a warmer color than the L1. Now, in terms of heads, they're exactly the same in size, same in bezels as well. Check these bezels out. Both slightly crenulated, nothing too rugged or aggressive. And their bodies are exactly the same except for the size. So same knurling and finishing, same machining. One difference as well is the tail cap. So this tail cap on the L2 is the old style tail cap. So see here, it's the same width all the way around. Whereas this style tail cap is the newer tail cap. It kind of butterflies out a little bit at the top, and that gives you room to where this metal bit was on, and that is where you can attach a lanyard. I ripped it off because I hated it. It just span around freely and very annoying. But if we see here, pocket clips, exactly the same, except the L2 is just larger. Now, I do not believe you can remove these pocket clips. Not that you would, because they do not really get in the way at all. But I don't believe you can remove them. But they are two-way pocket clips. So you can have them lens down, lens up, or you can even pop it over your cap there like that. And it's actually quite comfortable as well because it's very deep. So I do it like that at the top so that this bit doesn't hit me in the forehead. And that way I've got the light there. They're not very heavy lights as well. So they make for great cap lights as well. Maybe put the cap on a little bit tighter for the L2 just so it doesn't fall down a bit. But they're actually not very heavy, so it's not really a problem to put them on the cap. Now, as I mentioned already, the L1 takes one Surefire 123A lithium battery. This is a non-rechargeable battery. Do not try and recharge it because you will probably cause a fire. And the L2 takes 2. So, there they are there. 2 123A lithium batteries, Surefire branded. Now, always put the batteries in facing, so the positive side up, facing the light head. And Surefire also says that it's best not to mix old and new batteries. So not a problem with this one, it only takes 1. But with the L2, if you've got 2 batteries in there, don't swap one out for a brand new one. So if you're going to swap it out, swap for 2 new ones. Otherwise, just wait until the batteries die. When they die, throw them out, start again. All right, so the L1 length comes in at 112.98, call it 113 millimeters. And the L2 almost maxes out my calipers at 148 millimeters. Now, the L1 head width is 28.64 millimeters. L2 is almost identical, 28.62 millimeters. The body of the L1 comes in at 20.47 millimeters. Body of the L2, a bit slimmer, comes in at 20.06 millimeters. And a slight difference here, there'll be, so 22.74 is the width of the L1 tail cap, and 20.94, so 21 flat almost, is the width of the L2 tail cap. Now, battery, pocket clip, everything like that included. The L1 comes into 96.62 grams, and the L2 is 126.9, or 120 126, let's say, 126 grams. So 126 grams versus 96 grams. So 30 grams difference, exactly. Now, both these lights are identical in the way they operate. So they are momentary designed lights. However, they both can give you a constant on, and I'll explain that and show why. So really unique design in the tail caps here. And I'll just show you. So what happens is there's a very, very long neck on the end of this body, right? And this tail cap is designed to be pushed down to then initiate the contact. But then when you let go, it's going to spring back up. And that means that the contact is lost. So then what happens is you screw these up and just watch out of the head here. Screw this light up until you see the low initiate. So screwing. And then as soon as the low's initiated. So now you back it off until the low turns off. That's where I leave these lights, because what that means is there's no contact at the moment. So there's no battery drainage or anything. But if you half press or very slightly press, you're going to initiate low. 5 lumens in each of them. The L1 will give you 5 lumens for 45 hours. The L2 will give you 5 lumens for 60 hours. And then if I let go, the spring pushes back up, contact is lost, and they turn off. But if I fully press in and hold down, you've got 500 lumens here and 1200 lumens here. Now, 500 lumens will last for 1 hour. 1200 lumens will last for 1 hour as well. As soon as I let go, they turn off. So you might be thinking, well, what the heck is the point of that? I've got to what? Squeeze it and hold it on and tie my thumb out just to get 1200 lumens for as long as I need it. Otherwise, as soon as I let go, it turns off. What's the point in that? What are you doing? Why are you showing me these lights? They're terrible. They're this, they're that. And look, I get your concerns if you are somebody who thinks like that. I initially thought like that as well. However, these have a very easy answer to that. And it is you simply turn the tail cap. So screw it on. See there? You've got constant on low. Screw the L2. Screw it. Am I screwing the right way? No. So I am now screwing the right way. There we go. So you screw the light on and it gives you a constant on, right? So that's constant low. Keep screwing and it gives you constant on in high. So you have the full connection. There we go. So this light has an answer for that. And the answer is, relax, guys. We can go constant on if you want. It's just not a clicky switch. You just need to screw the light on a bit more. And as you saw, it's very easy to actually screw these tail caps on with 2 fingers. So they're not too hard where you can't screw them on. So these lights sit in your pocket, and when you need them, you pull it out, you're momentary, right? Let go, turns off. But if you need constant on, you pull it out and you just screw. And then you've got constant on, whether it's low or high. It's not a big deal. I think it's a very innovative tail cap design. I like it. And I enjoy using it. I genuinely enjoy using it. I know that it's basically locked out in my pocket. There's no connection. And then as soon as I pull it out and make the connection, I've got light. So that's really, really cool. Now, another difference between these two is the max Candela rating of the L1 is 7,600. Max Candela rating of the L2 is 11,300. So that is going to mean that the L1 will reach about 175 meters. L2 will reach about 210 meters. However, I would not use the L1 for anything more than about 20-25 meters, and I wouldn't use the L2 for anything more than about 45-50 meters. Now, Surefire likes to keep it very simple in their pamphlets and user manuals, so they have not given me a water resistance rating or a drop resistance rating. But if we just do a bit of a beam test here, oh God, I'm getting confused which way. Okay, so if we do a bit of a beam test on high here, chuck them on the wall, you will see a clear difference in the colors. So on my right is the L1, left is the L2. To be honest, I love the color of the L2. It is just gorgeous. And you'll see in the night shots, it's just beautiful. The color rendering is so much nicer than the L1. Not that the L1's crap, but look at that, just beautiful. And if we just check them out here, so look at the bleeding around the hotspot there. That is just magnificent. Absolutely love it. Now, whilst they're on, let's do a heat test. So I'll do a heat test with the L2 first. So this is going to take about 1.5 minutes. I will fast forward it, but let's see how hot it gets. All right, so we had a max Celsius rating of 37.1 degrees Celsius there. All right, just turn that off. Let's have a feel. Yeah, it's warm, but look at that. I can still hold it, no problems at all. It's not burning me. So it is warm, but it's not too warm. That doesn't hurt at all. Now we'll go the L1. And L1 is 30.08 degrees Celsius at about a minute and a half. And again, not very hot at all. So I don't know if this thing's broken or whatever, but 30 degrees should feel quite warm, but it's, it is warm where I put it. So I put it right here, the thermometer right here on this little, around this little heat sink area. And look, it is hot there, but God, I can hold it, no dramas. Now, regarding the weapon mounting bodies, so these lights have a low and high in this configuration, but in the weapon mounted bodies, they just have one output, which is high. So if I just swap this out like this, like that, and then tighten it, and then bang, it's just one output, which is high. So the L1 is exactly the same. Great weapon mounted lights as well to use. Bring a few spare batteries as well if you're going to do some work for a longer period of time. But I love having that option of being able to weapon mount a light. I personally don't use weapon mounted lights, but I love the fact that lights give that option. I think it's really, really important to be able to say, hey, put the head on this, and now you can put it on your weapon, and it's great. All right, let's go out for some night shots, see how these do up against each other, and we'll come back for some final thoughts and where to buy. See you in a sec. All right, out here with the comparison. Here is the EDCL1 Surefire, and that's the L2. Oh, look at the color on the L2. Love it. L1, cool white, not as much light. L2, heaps more light and nice and neutral. Gorgeous. L1, L2. Let's go over here. L2, L1. L2, L1. L2, L1. That's this one here. L1, L2. L1, L2. Awesome. L1, L2. L1, L2. Over here. L1, L2. 1, 2. I love the 2, man. That would be my pick for sure. The 2 is beautiful. All right, see ya. All right, so as I said, I think the EDCL2 just smashes it out of the water. I think the EDC1 is great, don't get me wrong, but the L2 just obliterates it, not only in light, but also in color. The color of this is just gorgeous, and I'm much more likely to use this than to use that, and I do. Both of these lights are about $260, $270. I think the L1 is $260, the L2 is $270 or $275. I bought these from a company called Aquatero. Now, I will link them in the description, but basically I came across them when I was at a hunting expo in Melbourne a month or two ago, and spoke to a couple of guys. One of them named Sean was very, very informed about these lights. He knew a lot. And he basically talked me through all of them. And so I grabbed a bunch. I spent more money than I'm willing to admit, but I did grab a bunch, and because I wanted to review them. And so he threw in these weapon bodies. So I wanted to include these in the review and show you how they work. And I'll show you the other lights that I grabbed, because I will be reviewing those in the next couple of weeks. So I got the E2D Defender Ultra, and I will do a comparison video between these two as well, because they're both very, very similar, but also very different in some ways. So really, really, that'll be a good comparison video, I think. I bought the Fury IntelliBeam. This has just an absolutely amazing technology in the head there. I'm blown away by this technology. And then I bought a couple of Old Faithfuls, 2 G2Xs, 1 LE and 1 MV. So we will do solo reviews and then comparison reviews on them as well. But as far as these go, I will, as I said, I will link them in the description below so you can find them. I hope the sale's still on, because I do believe that those prices I just mentioned were during a sale. If the sale's still on, then you can pick them up, great. If not, then they might have shot up a little bit in price. But At least that we have found an Australian company that sells Surefire products, and they're an authorized dealer, so they can, give you all the warranties and everything like that. All right. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. Until next time, stay cool and stay safe. See ya.